Hello and welcome our blood viewers to RTD's News English Edition. As usual, we bring to you the major and top highlights of tonight. The President presented the awards to the winners of the 2025 Regional Quran Competition. And on the international scene, Israeli raiders kill at least 270 children in 8 days. Those were the major and top highlights. Welcome back to our newsroom, our blood viewers. The head of state, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Gille, presided over a ceremony last night at Dar Al God, his private residence in Haramus, to reward the winners of the 2025 edition of the Regional Quran Memorization Competition. Initiated following his election to the highest office, the competition brings together young people from across the region, evaluated on their ability to recite and chant the Holy Quran. Beyond its competitive aspect, this initiative aims to enrich the educational and spiritual offerings for youth while promoting a tolerant practice of Islam, organized with the support of the High Islamic Council of Djibouti and Al Wasatiyah Institute. It is part of the efforts to combat radicalization and now has become a regional model for preventing extremism. Like every year, the 2025 edition brought together participants from various backgrounds. In addition to Djiboutian candidates, representatives from Somalia, Ethiopia, Yemen, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania, and the Union of Comoros took part in the competition. At the end of the competition, three winners were distinguished in this 25th edition of the Regional Quranic Competition President's Prize. Abdullah Shukri Tahir of Yemeni nationality, Hosh Roble Gadid, Djiboutian national, Zaid Jibril Abdel Fattah from Kenya. Several high-profile personalities attended the event, including the Prime Minister Mr. Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, the President of the National Assembly Mr. Delita Mohammed Delita, and the Minister of Muslim Affairs and Waqf Properties Mr. Mu'min Hassan Bare, accompanied by the main officials of his department, of course. In this blessed month of Ramadan, the Executive Committee of the RPP party, under the presidency of the Head of State, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Gille, carried out a large distribution of medical kits, newborn kits, and gifts for mothers across all the maternity wards and pediatric services in the country yesterday morning. This act of solidarity and fraternity is in line with the commitment of the RPP party during this sacred period. In total, 500 children benefited from this initiative across the entire country. The distribution was conducted on behalf of the Executive Committee by Mrs. Muna Usman, National Security for Economy, and Mrs. Safia Ilmi, National Security for Finance and Heritage. They expressed the party's desire to support families, particularly those in vulnerable situations, to provide them with some comfort during this month of sharing. In Djibouti City, the distribution took place in the three main polyclinics, Dar Al Hanan, Hospital of Piltier, and Shekho Hospital, where the beneficiaries received this initiative with gratitude. The action is part of a series of humanitarian initiatives undertaken by the RPP, demonstrating its commitment to social cohesion and national solidarity. As part of the fourth edition of the activities for the holy month of Ramadan, the Ministry of Youth and Culture, in collaboration with the Balbala municipality, organized the award ceremony for the winners and laureates of various competitions and contests of the blessed month of Ramadan on March 26, 2025, at Al Rahma complex. The event, held in a warm and friendly atmosphere, brought together several high-ranking officials, including the Honorable Deputy Mr. Saliban Daher Bile, the President of the Balbala municipality Mr. Muhammad Hassan Saeed, the Director of Youth, Social Integration and Volunteering of the Ministry of Youth and Culture, the Director of Regions, Ministry officials, directors of the community development centers of the Balbala municipality, local elected officials, as well as winners and laureates, and several young people from the Balbala municipality. In their speeches, the president of the Balbala municipality, the director of youth, social integration, and volunteering, and the Honorable GBT all congratulated the efforts made by the ministry during the month of Ramadan in favor of youth, both spiritually and physically. They took the opportunity to briefly illustrate the ministry's programs as well as the importance of activities during the month of Ramadan. Continuing their speeches, the Director of Youth, Social Integration and Volunteering, and the President of the Balbala Municipality reaffirmed the commitment of both the municipality and the Ministry to sports and youth, emphasizing the importance of promoting social inclusion to the youth and local communities. The event concluded with the presentation of trophies and prizes to the winners and laureates of the various competitions. The third and final stage of the juggling competition, organized by the State Secretariat for Sports in partnership with CAC Bank, took place last night in Sheikh Musa Balbala. in front of an enthusiastic crowd and several officials from the State Secretariat for Sports, including the General Secretary Mrs. Khadija Ibrahim Idris. The young participants put on an impressive show. Talent, creativity, and technical skill were on full display, captivating both the audience and the jury. The atmosphere was electric, fueled by the cheers of the spectators and the dedication of the competitors. Each participant showcased their skills to impress the jury and secure a spot on the podium. At the end of this grand finale, the best jugglers were rewarded for their talent and perseverance. This competition, which brought together an excited football enthusiasts, once again highlights the role of sports as a driver of self-improvement and social cohesion. As part of the waste management project in the various neighborhoods of the Dikhil region, the prefecture of the Regional Council of Dikhil, in collaboration with the association, organized an awareness meeting for citizens and local stakeholders. Among the participants were the Deputy Prefect of Dikhil, Mr. Idris Hussein Abbas, the President of the Regional Council of Dikhil, Mr. Mahad Hussein Ahmed, and the President of the association, Mr. Ibrahim Umar. The objective of this meeting was to present the challenge related to waste management in the region and to raise public awareness about the importance of adopting a responsible and sustainable approach. Discussions focused on concrete solutions to reduce environmental impact and promote better household waste management practices. The exchange also provided participants with the opportunity to ask questions and share their concerns, fostering a constructive dialogue on this key issue for the sustainable development of the region. Local authorities and the association reaffirmed their commitment to supporting this initiative and working towards improving residents' living conditions while preserving the environment. The prefecture and the regional council of Dikhil extend their gratitude to all those who contributed to the success of this meeting and call for collective mobilization to ensure the sustainability of this crucial project. As part of the fourth edition of the Ramadan tournaments initiated by the Ministry of Youth and Culture, the medieval town of Dasbiu came alive with the excitement of the final phase of its sporting and recreational competitions, marking the culmination of a month dedicated to sharing and fraternity. Organized by the Dasbiu Community Development Center, CDC, in collaboration with the Association for the Promotion of Tourism and Social Development of Dasbiu, this event brought together over 8 teams that competed on the CDC's multi-sports field. Throughout the holy month, this venue transformed into a vibrant hub when residents and football enthusiasts gathered every afternoon to cheer on their favorite teams and witness thrilling matches. On Tuesday, 25th of March 2025, the tournament's grand finale lived up to expectations, delivering high-level competitions across multiple disciplines, including football, board games, and traditional games. Following this intense contest, a prize-giving ceremony was held to reward the winning teams. The festive and convivial event took place in the presence of the numerous local figures, including Mr. Hamoud Khaire, President of the Association for the Promotion of Tourism and Social Development of Dasbio, Mr. Hassan Ahmed Ilmi, Deputy Regional Director of the Ministry of Youth and Culture in Ali Sibeh, as well as the village chiefs, regional officials, and several distinguished guests. Once again, this edition highlighted the vital role of sports and cultural activities in energizing communities, promoting fair play and values, and strengthening social bonds. From Dasbiu to Gaza now, where since March 18, Israeli bombings on Gaza have killed at least 792 people, including 270 children, according to Save the Children. The UN reports the displacement of 124,000 people and warns of the humanitarian crisis caused by the destruction of healthcare and humanitarian infrastructure. The European Union has expressed concern over attacks targeting hospitals and humanitarian personnel. Since October 2023, more than 50,000 Palestinians have been killed and much of the Gaza Strip have been destroyed. Well, but these are blood viewers. We finally conclude this edition. Thank you for being with us, and make sure to tune in later for more as usual. Have a wonderful evening and take care. Thank you.